alongside the best public servants in the world. And today we're here to share a little bit about the magic of move-in day across the city of Boston as all of our students return or arrive. And it truly takes an entire team to make sure that we're providing the smoothest services and the best resources available for that to go well. So thank you to my colleagues in public service who are here and all of their teams and all of the other departments who have been involved in this. You will hear shortly from Connor Newman, Deputy Director of the Office of Neighborhood Services, Jessica Thomas, Assistant Commissioner of Inspectional Services, Nick Go, Deputy Chief of Transportation, Dennis Roach, Superintendent of Waste Reduction from Public Works, and Fire Marshal Colin Kelly from the Boston Fire Department. I'm also thankful to be joined by my colleagues in elected office, State Representative Kevin Honan and City Councilor Sharon Durkin, who will also say a few words in a little bit. But everybody is here today, and all of our teams around the city are focused every day on making Boston a home for everyone. By everyone, we mean families that have been here for generations, new residents from all over the world, and the more than 150,000 college and university students who come to our city to get the best education around. They are innovators and artists, writers and thinkers, scientists and engineers, and many of them are moving into their dorms or their first apartments during this long weekend. Move-in Day is a special tradition in Boston. New students meet their roommates and make new friends. Returning students catch up and hear about everything that happened around the summer, and everybody goes to get back on the tee and check out their favorite spot, get plugged back into the rhythms and routines, going to class and being connected to our neighborhoods here in Boston. All of that activity also means it's a lot of coordination, and it can feel a little hectic every day in this period throughout our neighborhoods. That's why our administration has been hard at work to make sure that our students and families can move in as smoothly as possible. So, a few reminders and some pointers for those who might be moving in. First, we are a city of neighbors. Many of our neighbors need to get to work on time or get their kids to school or soccer practice, so please be mindful as you navigate our streets. And if you are driving a truck, do not get storrowed. If you have not heard before what that means, please go online and look at the many pictures that are there. We want you to make sure you keep all of your stuff and do not need to get removed from under the bridge. Second, a quarter of our students come from all over the world. And while there are some right now who are targeting and threatening international students and trying to insert their own agenda of fear and division, in Boston, we are a home for everyone. And we're making sure that all of our students and all of our city residents live in a safe and welcoming community for all. We will continue to work with our university partners to communicate directly around these issues and do everything possible to make sure that Boston is home away from home if you are just here for class or you're here to study. Finally, for all of our residents, no matter how long you've been here or where you come from, please take advantage of our 311 city services. You can dial 311 with any questions or download the 311 app and be able to report issues on public property that get addressed right away. We're proud of the updates we've made to our systems to make sure that our streets are safe, clean, accessible, and beautiful. The city has begun installing rat-proof trash cans in neighborhoods to help control the rodent population. We've made it easier to dispose of your mattress with free curbside pickup for mattress recycling. So you can go to boston.gov/mattress to schedule a pickup. And this year we launched our furniture pickup pilot. So earlier in the week, our partners at Household Goods collected more than 50 pieces of furniture that will find new homes. I want to also mention that if you are looking for one handy place where you can find all of the information, if you're new to Boston or want to know where all the city services are, we have our updated Boston Resident Guide. This is available online if you just look up Boston Resident Guide. We also have a whole list of resources at boston.gov/move-in. but it has all of the phone numbers for everything that you might need, all of the links and ways to find information. And this year, we also created a special insert for students. So it describes some of the new city perks that are available, like late night food trucks that will keep you fed and energetic as you're getting to know your new friends and supporting our local businesses. There's also more information on the late night tea service that the MBTA is now offering free after 9 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays this fall. And the other side has a list of all of the discounted student opportunities that are available through some of our partners across the city. $9 Red Sox tickets, free admission to the Museum of Fine Arts, the Isabel Stewart Garbin Museum and Institute of Contemporary Art, New England Aquarium, other museums, discounted tickets for the ballet, the theater, the symphony, and 55% off a Blue Bikes annual pass with the Boston Bikes Pass with the QR code to learn more. So you can find these guides either at the local libraries, or our neighborhood services team members will be walking the streets, especially in this part of the city, in Allston and in neighborhoods where we know a lot of students are moving in, to directly hand you one, or you can call 311 and request one and we'll find a way to get it to you that way as well. Also check it out online. Boston is proud to welcome students from across the country and around the world who are here to receive the best possible education, expand their professional networks, and put down roots in our amazing neighborhoods. We're excited to help our students start off the school year right, and I'm so grateful to all of our city team members and all the departments for stepping up and putting so much in to get this coordination down to the very smallest details ready so that we can welcome everyone.
Thank you so much, Mayor Wu. My name is Sharon Durkin, and I'm proud to serve on the Boston City Council for District 8, which includes Mission Hill, Fenway, Back Bay, Beacon Hill, and the West End. And little does everyone know, I also have a sliver of Allston. So while we're not in my district, I just want to thank the district, my district colleague, Councilor Braden, for all that she does. First, let me say welcome to all the students moving into the city. With more than a dozen universities in my district, there's a good chance I'm your counselor or that you're taking class in my district, and I'm so glad you're here. I came to Boston just 10 years ago, and it was one of the best decisions I've made. This is an incredible city, and I'm confident that you'll fall in love with it too. Take the time to explore, connect with your neighborhood, and embrace all of the opportunities Boston has to offer. Remember, while you're a student, you're also a Boston resident. That means being part of our community. Not only enjoying what it gives to you, but also what you can give back to it. Follow the city's guidance so that you keep our neighborhoods clean and wonderful and the places that we love to live. I promise to keep this short, but I want to leave you with 3 quick reminders. Check the city's website for trash pickup time. If you're bringing a car with you, don't. No, just kidding. Make sure that you get a resident parking permit and check our street cleaning schedule. Most importantly, tomorrow is the last day to register to vote, so please take a moment and do that today. I'm really, really grateful to represent a lot of students. I represent 78,000 people, and a lot of those students are not included because they're not year-round residents, but you are part of our community. Please connect with our office. We are so grateful you're coming to Boston. And before I go, I just want to thank the hard work of our code enforcement teams, ISD. You really make our city run, you make it beautiful. And before I leave, if you're moving to Boston, download 311. One of the most fun things to do is report your neighbors for things that they shouldn't have done. So with that, to our state rep, Kevin Honan, welcome.
Thank you, Councilor. It's a pleasure for me to be here and join with Mayor Wu as she leads the welcoming committee to the thousands of students that are going to be coming to Boston. I thank you, and I thank your extraordinary team. Police and fire are here, Inspectional Services, and so many others. This obviously, with the students coming, and you're in Allston in the Gardner, Ashford, Pratt section known as the Gap, with also Wadsworth Street out here, which is plentiful of students. And they very much need to hear the message that Mayor Wu and her administration are presenting as it pertains to cleaning the community, make sure the barrels are covered, making sure you know your neighbors and are safe. Mayor Wu, we've had cleanups out here with Boston University's fraternities and sororities So they have become part of our community. And we want the students to know there are neighborhood residents here and they are part of a neighborhood. But it's critically important that they cover the barrels because we're in a densely populated community that needs a lot of attention in the maintenance area. So Mayor, thank you so much for your leadership. The students who will be living here, this will be the time of their lives, obviously, getting away from home, getting off the campus. So they need some type of guidance. So I'm glad you, as a motherly person, are taking care of that piece. So thank you very much. Take care. Mayor, did you want to introduce Connor? All right, this is the wonderful Connor Newman. He's an expecting father who has worked in this neighborhood for many, many years, and I basically grew up with his father. Come on up, Connor.
Thanks so much, Trevor. Thank you, Trevor. What an introduction. Hello, my name's Connor Newman. I'm the Deputy Director for the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. Whether you're new to the city or coming back to us after being away, welcome home. The Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services is here year-round to serve you. Each neighborhood, from Alston to Mattapan to Charlestown, has a designated neighborhood liaison to help residents, business owners, and organizations navigate city services and connect you to needed resources. Neighborhood liaisons will be out in the community Sunday, August 31st and Monday, September 1st to welcome new residents, conduct walkthroughs to ensure that our streets are clear for move-ins, and to distribute the Welcome to Boston guides. If you miss us, you can download the resident guide. It's available in 12 different languages at boston.gov/residents. You can also stay updated on city services by subscribing to your neighborhood newsletters at boston.gov/ONS-newsletters to stay informed on what's happening in your neighborhood. If you're home watching, you can pick up your phone and download the Boston 311 mobile app. There's a student move-in section specifically to help residents deal with problems this weekend. If you prefer to talk to a person directly, you can give us a call by dialing 311. Boston 311 is the Mayor's 24/7 non-emergency hotline, where you can call to connect to any city department or report any concerns, such as a missed trash pickup, or reporting rodent activity or public vandalism, report a broken traffic light, or illegal parking on your street. You can dial 617-635-4500 for the full number. As I mentioned, it's 24/7. There's always a call taker there that's ready to take your call. Remember, if you're recycling mattresses, it's a state requirement to do so. The City of Boston does not collect mattresses or box springs during your regular curbside pickup. You will need to call ahead to schedule a pickup. Do curbside pickup. The city only picks up mattresses for residents who live in buildings with 6 units or fewer. If you live in a building with more than 6 units, you will need to speak to your property manager for proper mattress disposal. You can schedule the mattress pickup at boston.gov/mattresses. Thank you so much and welcome to Boston. I'll turn over now to my former ONS colleague, Assistant Commissioner Jessica Thomas of the Department of Inspectional Services. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Jessica Thomas, and like Connor mentioned, I'm the Assistant Commissioner of Inspectional Services. As we approach the start of a new academic year, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to new and returning students. Our goal is to make Boston a home for everyone, and at Inspectional Services, we've been working diligently to ensure a smooth transition with minimal disruptions to our neighborhoods. Throughout the week, Inspectional Services will deploy more than 60 staff members throughout neighborhoods known to have a high turnover rate. These teams will distribute flyers and brochures, conduct on-the-spot inspections, ensure residential trash has been properly disposed of, and verify that rental units are clean, sanitary, and free of hazards that may endanger the health and safety of all occupants. We urge property owners to take extra care in preparing for the tenant transitions. Additionally, ISD would like to remind all landlords to register your rental units, schedule rental inspections within 45 days of new occupancy, secure an adequate amount of trash barrels with tight-fitting lids, and hire licensed professionals to secure the proper permits if repairs are needed in your home. To ensure the quality of life for all residents, under Mayor Wu's leadership, the city launched the Boston Rodent Action Plan, a citywide multi-agency initiative led by departments including ISD, Public Works, the Boston Housing Authority, Parks and Recreations, and our analytics team, and many others to measurably reduce rodent activity across all neighborhoods. Over the past
past year, Inspectional Services have conducted more than 1,400 site cleanliness inspections and over 2,600 rodent-related 311 complaints have been addressed. If you see rodent activity in your neighborhood, submit to it to Boston 311 and our team will be out to address those issues in 24 to 48 hours. Working together, we can help prevent and make sure that Boston is a safe, clean, and welcome city for everyone. And with that, I'll turn it over to Nick Gold, Deputy Chief of Transportation.
Good morning. My name is Nick Gold, Deputy Chief for Transportation, also serving as BTD Commissioner. During this busy time in the city, BTD partners with our other city teams to keep streets clear for public safety and sanitation vehicles. We ask residents and visitors to be mindful of parking regulations, including temporary no-stopping regulations. These regulations have been put in place to keep our streets clear and safe. Please don't park in a fire lane, park in front of a fire hydrant, or block access to a street. We need to keep these spaces clear for emergency vehicles as needed. We also don't want to create obstacles or barriers for pedestrians, transit users, or people with a mobility impairment. Please make sure there is space on the sidewalk for pedestrians to pass and do not block crosswalks, ramps, bus or bike lanes with vehicles or belongings. As of this morning, the city has issued over 4,500 moving permits for the month of August. 2,500 of those permits were issued for this weekend alone. These areas are posted with temporary parking restrictions to keep space clear for moving trucks. These temporary restrictions are typically posted or affixed to a signpost or a building. The posted areas include streets with a high volume of student residents. If you're using one of these spaces, please load and unload as quickly as possible so others who need the space will have access to it. BTD's parking enforcement team will be deployed citywide to help keep things moving this weekend. We don't want a ticket in tow, so please pay attention to posted signs and do not double park or block streets or intersections. If you believe your vehicle has been towed, you can visit the transportation webpage via boston.gov and use our license plate lookup tool to find where your vehicle has been towed. The number for the Boston Police tow line as well as BTD tow lot can also be found there. We encourage you to sign up for our no-tow service, which will remind you of street cleaning activities and schedules. You can do so by searching street sweeping, lookup, and no-tow registration on boston.gov. If you are new to the city or if you're moving to a new neighborhood and you have a vehicle, please check if your street has resident parking requirements. If so, you can apply for a permit online by visiting the Office of the Parking Clerk customer portal on boston.gov or by visiting the Office of the Parking Clerk in person at City Hall. Also, paying for parking meters in the City of Boston is easy. Just download the city's Park Boston app from Apple Store or Google Play. All of our meters also accept credit and debit cards as well as quarters. Lastly, if you have questions, please use the 311 app or call 311 so our teams can be available to assist you. This can be a stressful few days in the city. Please be patient and work with each other to make this a successful move-in weekend. I'm going to hand it over to Dennis from our sanitation team, and I just want to note that the sanitation teams and all of the public works teams, including highway, do an incredible job this weekend to make sure that this all works. So with that, Dennis, thank you.
Thank you, Nick. I want to start off first and foremost by thanking the men and women across the city. There are multiple departments that are here today, including Public Works, ISD, Boston Fire, Boston Transportation, and many others. These people give up their hard-earned Labor Day weekend and many weeks around it to serve this city to make sure everybody can move in here cleanly and safely. So it's definitely important to recognize them. And I want to welcome new residents. Welcome to Boston. This is a great city, great neighborhood. It's welcome to everybody, as the mayor said. And we definitely have some tips on trash and recycling for you that will make your transition to the city quite seamless. If you have any questions on trash and recycling, please visit boston.gov or download the city's Boston Trash app. There's plenty of information about how to dispose of things, whether it be a recycling stream or a trash stream. There's information about when your trash day is, and there's much more information about how to put out your trash properly at the curb. It is very, very important to know your trash day. Put your trash out on the designated day and not on non-designated days. We have code enforcement out there all weekend and throughout the year enforcing these rules and regulations about when trash is put out. It's done to ensure the city streets are both clean, safe, and accessible to everybody. If you happen to see them out there in their yellow jerseys walking code enforcement people, feel free to engage them. They're some of the most friendliest people around in the neighborhood, and they're willing to help, and they're willing to educate residents on how trash operates in the city of Boston. This weekend, basically Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, most neighborhoods, it's not their trash day, it's a weekend. We will certainly have trash trucks combing the neighborhoods. You'll see the big yellow capital waste trash truck combing the neighborhoods. They're looking for illegal dump put-outs on the sidewalks to keep our spaces accessible to everybody. Everything dumped on a sidewalk this weekend is subject to a code violation. So please understand your trash day and when it can be put out for proper service, and we appreciate that. This week is also Labor Day. There are changes to this trash schedule due to the holiday. If you live in District 1 and 10, which is basically downtown areas, Fenway, North End, Back Bay, Beacon Hill, South End, and Roxbury, and you receive 2 days of trash service, your trash remains on schedule for this week. So if you have Monday collection, you will be collected on Monday, Tuesday, and forward. All other neighborhoods are delayed a day this week. So if you're a Monday collection, you're delayed to Tuesday, and vice versa. So it's very important to learn your trash day, and you can do so by downloading the Trash Day app. I don't want to get more into mattresses because I think it's been firmly covered, but it is very important to schedule your mattress. If you're eligible for city service and units under 6, please use the website to schedule. Over 6, please work with your property manager or call a licensed private hauler that recycles mattresses to dispose of them. So, in closing, I just want to say, welcome to the city, and please keep Boston safe, and understand that all of these resources that we provide you today are out here to make your experience better moving into the city. And I'd like to pass it over to Colin Kelly, Boston Fire.
Good morning. Thank you to everybody for coming out for our annual Student Move-In Press Conference. I'm Cole Kelly. I'm the Fire Marshal here in the city of Boston, and I'd just like to take a moment to welcome all of the new and returning students and their families, and also just say a couple of words about fire safety. So Boston is home to 36 universities, and as the mayor pointed out, over 150,000 college students. And so you can imagine many of these kids are on their own for the first time, and with the move-in, they've got a ton going on, classes, trying to get their apartment squared away, and often fire safety is not front of mind for these kids. So we just want to take a moment to remind them and their parents about 2 really important items that they need to think about when they're moving into their new units. So number 1, you have to have working smoke and CO or carbon monoxide detectors. Make sure that those items are in good working condition before you take over in the unit. If you have an issue with that, please reach out to the landlord, and if you're not having any luck there, you can reach out to us at bfdfireprevention@boston.gov, and we will help you sort that out. The second item that you need to think about is a second means of egress from the unit. Now, whether that's a back set of stairs, a fire escape, a party balcony, whatever it is, the time to find that second means of egress is never going to be during the emergency. That's too late. So when you're moving in, parents, when you're moving in with your kids, just make sure you take a minute to find out where that second way out of the building is. A couple of minor points that I want to touch on is I just sent my daughter a text last night. She's away at school in South Carolina. She's living off campus for the first time, to remind her of our no candle policy. Now, we can't enforce that, but as parents, we can certainly ask our kids not to burn candles in their units. Statistically, we know that when school is in session, the incidence of fires from candles and, more importantly, careless disposal of smoking materials goes way up. So just try to remind these kids, be very careful. It only takes a minute, leaving that candle unattended, and you could have a tragedy. So if you can, just remind them of that. And I've heard a bunch of mentions about 311, which is awesome and a great tool for non-emergency situations. But if you have an emergency situation, if you think you smell smoke, if you hear something weird, call 911. The fire department and the police department and EMS work 24/7, 365, and I promise you, we're not going to be angry if we show up and there's no emergency. You know, it happens all the time. We show up, we investigate. If it turns out to be nothing, we go home. But please, make that call. Don't hesitate. No one's going to be upset with you. So with that, I think I'm going to open it up to questions from the panel.